So this is my first website. It is called Depression. The main topic for this website is called Depression, and this website is for my BTech extended class. So the first thing that I focused on was who is the brief for this audience. The primary target audience is young people, mainly ages 15 to 25, and then the aim of this project is to encourage them to get involved in the future World Health Day activities. So, what are the brief requirements? The client. Our client is the World Health Organization, and then I just explained the context and then the requirements. So for the requirements, we had to create a creative response to one of the themes that have been explored on the World Health Day that celebrates the day of the year, which is celebrated World Health Day, celebrated on the 7th of April. So what did I create? I decided to create a series of posters that linked to the topic of depression. So I have 3 main pages. I have home, criteria, and sources. You guys just saw the home page. So for criteria, I've included all of the criteria that my school requires. So there's AC1, which is informing ideas, AC2, which is problem solving, AC3, which is technical skills, AC4, professional practice, AC5 is communication. So first, let's look at AC1, which is informing ideas. So at the top of each page, I have the criteria, AC1, and then I have what it means to have like informing ideas or problem solving. In addition to this, I have a picture of depression or that relates to depression. So here I just kind of explored, on this page I have explored kind of like what is the World Health Organization and what do they do. So first I explained what is the World Health Organization, what are their values and principles, and then what do they do, and then where are they from. So next I explored their core DNA. So there's 5 of them in total. Next I have included the WHO events, and then I have a picture of depression because that's my main topic. Next, I have included the analyzing depression. So I actually have one picture, not really analyzing depression, but I analyzed kind of some artwork on depression. But for this one, I included what is depression, and then I have what does a depressed person look like. So here is where I show some examples of depression artwork. This is kind of like something that I'm going to be doing, but these are of course more advanced. So I have, for this brief, I'm thinking of creating a poster. The app that I will be creating them on is Procreate, and I'm going to be using an iPad and an Apple Pencil like I always do. I want to design a poster because it is an easy yet effective way to draw attention and also to raise awareness, which is my main goal for the project. Here I have included 3 main artworks. 4 main artworks. And then I just said I have chosen to explore and analyze 4 main artworks because I wanted to see how it's done in the industry instead of just going at it having no idea what I'm doing. So of course I cited them in MLA citation, and then what did I notice in each of the posters. Next, I have included sketches for my posters. Again, I decided to create a series of posters since the project is twice as long as a Pearson SEN assignment, which is a Pastinction website, which is also my portfolio. So I have included, so basically, I made a series of posters. So basically, 2 of those posters are happy, and then 2 of those posters are sad. The reason why I did this is because maybe like people don't want to look at depression in like a negative way, and maybe when basically like when I made the poster happy, maybe people can think of like, oh, this is what I can say to a depressed person to help them, instead of saying this on the sad poster, if that makes any sense. And then I've just included what is included for my posters and what did I include. And then this one is my happy one. So the top one is my sad one, like, oh, you suck, nobody likes you, nobody wants you, and stuff like that. So this is just things to avoid when talking to a depressed person. And then this is what you should say to a depressed person: you're strong, you're loved, you're not alone, you can survive this, there's hope, I'm always here for you. So these things kind of help them. And then again, what I've included. So for this topic, I have included typography, which is the study of fonts. So for this, I actually created my own font, but that comes later on this page. So next is how do professional graphic designers create posters. So I just included how they made the posters again. Next is my fonts, as I just explained that I included typography. So I included, I made a font that's kind of like, it kind of looks like a depressed person like wrote it, or like the emotion that it shows is like sadness and anger. I wanted to create my own font so that it's like more authentic and like it's more personal. And then I just included what does my font look like, what is my inspiration, and then what does my font look like in sentence form. So next I have interviewed a counselor in my school. She works with depressed people. So I just asked her a list of questions to help me guide my research. And then I included examples of art portfolios. And I also included a survey. I asked a number of family and friends from school, and then I just asked them some questions like, how can you tell that a person is depressed? Oh, also these questions come from my sketches, which is above. And then that's it. So when I go to AC2, so again with the depressed poster banner at the top, and then AC2, and then what it means. So for this one, I've included a mind map. I made this mind map on Kaggle. This mind map just kind of like helps me guide my research, and then it also helps me narrow down my ideas. I have some sketchbook images. This is what the process of my research looks like. So I have like some sketches, surveys. These are like my initial sketches, like what I thought at the beginning. And then also I have some analysis, and then what have I changed, and then my process. So these videos are unavailable, but I'm not sure why. So basically, this text is kind of like explaining my problems that I have faced during the creation of my work, my creation of my poster, and then the videos just kind of like show how I solved those problems. Okay, so for AC3, this AC3 is technical skills. So I made it on Procreate, and then some other techniques on Procreate is color wheel, like exploring different color palettes, brush technique, and then layers. And then again, how I used each of them in my work. And then I also downloaded Calligrapher, which is where you can import the font and you can make sentences and stuff like that. And then also I downloaded the font, and then I imported it into Affinity Designer where I created my posters. So like this. No, okay, I'm lying. So basically I made my posters on Procreate, and then I imported them into Affinity Designer to add the font. So for this one, I have included what are the different techniques that I have used in the creation of my posters. So I did 2 of them, and then I included 2 for each. And then progress explaining. Then I've included some process pictures, so explaining how I went from beginning to end, and then same thing for the other one. So here I just showed my posters. These are also my portfolio if you want to check them out. But 2 of them include, like 2 of them are talking about, like 2 of them show like how a depressed person looks like, and how like the words that people tell them like impact them. And then like also the second one. So this is the second one. It kind of shows how like they change emotions if you tell them these things. So that's kind of like what that means. AC4 is professional practice. So I have my posters kind of like analyzing them, and then closer sections explaining those as well. And then same thing for the other posters. And then this part of my project actually was my favorite because I got to see how my posters look like in real life. These are also called mock-ups. I made these mock-ups in some media modifier, and then I just analyzed things like that. And then I also showed what my website looks like on a computer and then also on an iPad. And then again on phone form. So next we have AC5. This is my AC5's communication. So I created a presentation board, and then I just showed 4 of my posters, analyzing them, my topic, and then also my color palette. I made this on Affinity Designer, and then I have analyzing my presentation board. And then for my last page, I have my sources. So as you saw in my website, I have a number of images that are not mine and they're from the internet. So this is kind of is an easier way. Oh, this is a page where I can show where I got that research, where I got the pictures from. So I have pictures and also have information. And that is it.